So I started working out about 5 years ago. I had just turned 19 and I was getting out of a bad relationship, and I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was the most out of shape I'd ever been, to the point where walking up a flight of stairs was leaving me winded. I had no self-confidence, I had no self-esteem, and I just wanted to figure out how to get that back. And so I looked to fitness to find that self-confidence, and I left a relationship. And if you've ever done that, you know that you start focusing on yourself more and treating yourself better. So I started just going to my college gym, I started running, and I started going through Pinterest and finding these girls with these really fit bodies, because I never wanted to be thin. I always wanted to be fit and muscular. I had been in sports my whole life growing up, and I liked the more athletic look. So I stumbled across Ashley Horner and was kind of that's what I want to go for, that's what I want to look like. And so I started pursuing weightlifting, which eventually turned into competing, which turned into doing well in competing and getting coaching and nutrition certifications and being able to coach myself and then coach others. And that was 5 years ago. Now I'm 24, and it's something I can't even imagine stopping. The reason my fitness story is a little bit different than everyone else's is because I have something called Crohn's disease. It's an inflammatory bowel disease that affects your entire digestive tract, but for me specifically, it's my colon. It makes it so oftentimes I'm too nauseous to eat, I have chronic fatigue, I always have to know where a bathroom is, and oftentimes with the medication or flares, I can't make it to the gym. I'll fluctuate from being a lean 130 pounds to a very soft, skinny 110 pounds where I'm incredibly frail. So oftentimes I have to start from scratch and then hope I stay healthy for a long enough period of time where I can compete and continue to do fitness modeling. So that's something I have to battle on a daily basis. I have to make sure that I fight through the fatigue, I fight through the nausea, and I'm able to make it to the gym and reach my goals. With Crohn's disease, it makes dieting not easy. Most people are like, oh, you need to eat a healthy diet, eat fruits, vegetables, things like that, but I unfortunately don't digest things well. So when I'm on a low-calorie diet for photo shoots, for competitions, most people load up giant salads with a lot of protein. I can't really eat fruits, I can't really eat vegetables, I can't do any sort of spicy food, so it gets down to where I just kind of have to starve and just live off of protein, a little bit of carbs, a little bit of fats, instead of being able to eat lots of volume carbs. So I'm stuck with a little bit more dense foods. If I'm not trying to get lean for a show, I eat kind of like a toddler. Most people would say that it's an unhealthy diet, but it's what makes me feel good. I'll juice and I'll get my veggies and fruits and nutrients in that way, but I can't just eat salads and things like that. I stick to more rice and crackers and potatoes without the skins. That way it's things that digest easy and don't bother my stomach. My workout routine is pretty simple. Because I do competitions, I work out not for general fitness, but more of an aesthetic. And the way my body's set up, I need to do more shoulders, back, and glute and hamstrings. My quads grow really fast, my biceps, my triceps. So I focus on those 3 to 4 muscle groups and then rotate through them. Usually when I have a rest day, I try and do an active rest day. I like going on hikes, I like going out and taking my dog and being active, but I also need to sleep a lot because of my Crohn's disease, and so often I nap. I am a huge napper, so at least 3-4 days a week I'll get a nap in, and that really helps with my energy level, but you just have to make time for everything. So there's a lot of people that get into fitness who never try and compete, never want to compete. Getting on stage is something that I absolutely love. It's not for everyone, but it's something I couldn't imagine not doing. I've competed in several, probably 7 or 8 NPC competitions and always done very well. And then last October, I was able to win my WBFF Pro card, and I took home first, which was an incredible accomplishment for me because I had just gone through an 8-month-long flare and just lost all of my muscle I had. I was like homebound, bedridden for like months at a time. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so it was really, really important to me to be able to get back in shape and show people that no matter how down and out you can be, you can always come back from that. So I was able to train for about 8 months going into my competition, and once I got there and got on stage, I just knew that everything felt right, and I just couldn't wait to compete again. And honestly, I just wanted to show up and get on stage knowing I did my best, and to win was not even on my radar, but I did, and they kind of all laughed at me because I just broke out in tears on stage, because just going through that journey of getting back to healthy after being so sick was incredibly powerful for me, and just knowing that I have the ability to impact other people and go, look, like I went through this and I still came out on top, so can you. So that's been really important to me, and that's the biggest part of competing for me, is to show people that whatever you want to set your mind to, you absolutely can pursue. Despite all the battles I've been through and having to get fit over again after getting out of shape and just not having the easiest go at things, it's nice to have Jed Norris support me, and it's nice to feel privileged to be in a spotlight where I can help others and have influence. And it's really important for me to stay positive and have a good mindset, because you never know who's watching and you never know who you can influence. So it's always important to be kind of a positive role model in the fitness industry.